Welcome back. The undeniable Adrian Galindo competing for Rise of the Prospects Cage Series number 4. We're happy to have you back. I'm ecstatic I get to call another one of your fights. I think that'll put me at 4 for 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Very excited about that. You're going to be taking on Nick Elu at welterweight. I'm salivating for this fight, man. I am absolutely salivating for this fight. Two guys that bring it every time they step in the cage. I'm expecting nothing less than an outstanding performance from both of you. I had him on the show as well, and it's just getting me that much more pumped to have the other side for this fight on the show. Of course, a returning act. Galindo, talk to me about the training camp and your preparations for this tall challenge.
Yeah, man. So luckily, I've been still training out at J Page's Jiu-Jitsu, but I've actually added Fight Ready for my MMA camp. So that's just been fantastic, man. You know, we got a lot of tall guys up there, Loe Abashar, Eric Finbrez, Austin Clayton. So really, I'm just excited to get in there, man. It's been about a year since the last one, and you know, I really need to bring back that loss. You know, that definitely lit a fire under my ass, and has been eating away at me over this last year. So I want to come back and, you know, put on a show in Tucson. At the very least, give the people what they want. You know.
At the very least, the people are going to get what they are searching for, indeed. Now, check this out, right? Last time out, it didn't go your way. No shame in that. You know, you lost to the champion. He's a very, very extraordinary fighter, but so are you. Okay. Have we leveled up in the jiu-jitsu realm?
Yeah, actually. So I got promoted to brown belt last year in December. So that's been nice, man. That was cool. That was big. Felt nice, even though, you know, the belts don't matter as much. I think it's more about just, I even told my coach at some point, like, belts literally, if I'm a white belt, as long as I can compete with the best out there, that's really all that matters. So luckily, jiu-jitsu wise, I'm training with some of the best guys in the state. You know, Oscar De Los Santos, Gabriel De Los Santos, those brothers. Oscar just got onto the EBI Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds card. So in the Jiu-Jitsu realm, we got some of the best guys out there. And then, you know, in the MMA realm, it's been just a treat, man, to be at Fight Ready and be a part of that camp as well. Be there literally with some of the best guys in the world and just get my ass beat, you know, on a daily basis. And my big thing, man, is, you know, the kid that I'm fighting, he's tall, he's lanky, he looks like he's got some solid striking. I watched his last fight. I'm just excited to see what kind of challenges it presents. And, you know, I feel pretty confident saying that at the very least, I know he's not good as the guys who've been beating my ass every day in the gym. So I'm excited to see how it stacks up and hopefully, you know, bring back that dub for both of my gyms and just, you know, make everybody proud.
Well, that's definitely a cool thing to have Fight Ready in your corner. World-renowned gym, got some pretty excellent fighters over there. You've named a couple, Lue in particular, one of my favorites. Not shy about that at all. I genuinely love him as a human being, and he is just an animal at lightweight. So definitely got love for that, guys. But you're also around some really respected names. I know John Jones was there. Mighty Mouse has gone through there. Cejudo's doing his camp there. So you got a lot of high caliber championship fighters that are doing their camps or at least running some of their camp through that gym. So definitely a good look. And if you're trying to get back on track or even, you know, propel yourself to the next level, that's one of the steps that you got to take is kind of branching out and seeing what these other gyms have to offer. So kudos to you for it's not always easy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a little bit difficult and not a lot of people like that, but I see no issues with it. And I'm glad that more fighters are definitely doing that. But one thing is for sure, you're not afraid of a fight. Elu is not afraid of a fight. So this is just music to my ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been nice, man. Even getting some of those cage rounds in. most any doubt that I would have going into a fight is kind of just been annihilated. When you're doing cage rounds with some guys who are just absolute animals on the feet as well as on the ground, as well as in a cage. Not just good boxers, not just good Muay Thai fighters. Some of the best, most well-rounded guys. I mean, just across the board, and being able to kind of feel that pressure, feel comfortable under pressure, and being able to come out of it and put back your own pressure. So I'm really lucky that both those gyms, there was never the Creonche mindset. So even when I told Jay that I was thinking about going up there, he was like, "Yeah, man, you got to get your MMA rounds. Like, get your MMA rounds." And even up there, Fight Ready, they're big on like, no, you guys should be training strictly jujitsu to get your jujitsu up. You should be training strictly boxing, get your boxing up. He's like, this is where we put it all together. And some of the best minds in the world, in my opinion, if the belts can't tell you that, guys like Santino DeFranco and Eddie Cha, a lot of those coaches, just absolutely phenomenal, man.
Definitely phenomenal coaches, and like I said, it's a great thing to have in your corner for sure, and it shows a level of maturity that I think that you're ready for. I think everybody's going to find out April 8th, which is this Saturday, by the way. I mean, it's literally right out of the corner. I'm literally salivating. Okay, I'm literally salivating. It's right around the corner, and I'm chomping at the bit to get in there and commentate these fights. Again, you always, always, always bring a fun fight, so I don't worry when Galindo's on a card, because win, lose, or draw, you're going to be fun, and I think that's what Arizona has. I think a little bit better than every other, state or regional organizations that I see. We tend to just have more exciting fighters, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it's something in the air, something in the water. I have no idea what it is, but I just hope it continues, and I think it will. Now, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way because I'm obviously salivating, so I must be hungry. And not just for fights, but for the victory meal. On April 8th, after your hand gets raised and you are labeled the winner, how are you celebrating with your victory meal, sir?
Oh, man. I'm a simple guy. Steak and veggies for sure. I have a pretty gnarly sweet tooth too, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of desserts involved, pastries, ice cream, all that jazz. To be honest, I for work I work as a bartender, and I haven't been drinking for probably 2-3 months. So I actually am excited to get like just a nice taste of beer, maybe a little pour of mezcal, something just get that little victory nightcap going. But then other than that, man, I'll take probably about a week, go see my family in California. My sister just had my second nephew, so I got to go see them, and then it's probably right back into another camp. I'm gonna try and fight at least 3 times this year, 4 if I can. And if all goes well, hopefully looking at a pro debut next year. So we'll see.
Well, that would be fucking awesome. I would thoroughly enjoy that.
As would I. It's all going to depend on, obviously, I got some holes in the game that I'm hoping to showcase that I've solved, and there's still some finishes I want to get, still some hardware I want to get, but I'm thinking it's about time. I gotta start making that run.
Absolutely. And we only get older. We never go the other way, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
time is of the essence. And I think if anybody can make a run for it, it's definitely you, my mans. Like I said, thoroughly excited. The fight is April 8th. That's literally this Saturday at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona. Of course, my home turf, so I get to sleep in my own bed. Pretty stoked about that.
I love that for you.
And the Rialto Theater, maybe not the best venue for music, in my opinion, but for fights, it does all right. It does all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, definitely excited to see you, but I'd like to give you as much time as you'd like to thank anybody you'd like to thank.
Well, I definitely want to start out thanking my coaches, my teammates over at J Page's Jiu Jitsu and Fight Ready MMA. Just across the board, man, whether it's coaching, teammates, just the communities that they've both developed. They're their own in their own rights, but just absolutely phenomenal. And I recommend anybody who's looking Jay Page's Jiu-Jitsu, Fight Ready MMA. Other than that, of course, thank my parents, my family, my coworkers. It's been a phenomenal couple months. So I'm just excited to get back in there, put on a show, do some work, and hopefully come back with that W.
Awesome, man. You got any sponsors?
This go around, it's mainly me and the restaurants. So we have Bacanora Phoenix, Espiritu Mesa, and then Cocina Chihuas in Tempe. Other than that, just Element Jiu-Jitsu. Those are some of the boys. We train a little wrestling up there with Adrian Cordova. And then Shane Ellison, he's their jiu-jitsu guy. They're affiliates, but they're absolutely wonderful, man. Other than that, I've laid back a little bit on the sponsorship, so I'll probably start searching a little bit more as we get closer to the end of the year and try to make it a little bit more of a business. Right now, I'm just having a good time.
Having a good time indeed. And the best of times is going to happen April 8th. I'm absolutely stoked I get to be a part of this whole thing, man. It's like truly like one of the most amazing things that I get to do is go and call some fights, man. So I'm stoked. You're stoked. The opponent is stoked. I think everybody is going to be stoked.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking so. This Saturday, going down.
All right. Before I get you out of here, is there anything you'd like to get out into the universe?
Nah, man. Come on down to Tucson. Watch me get, bloody and hopefully a bloody W. And then let's fight some people, man. That's what we're here for.
All right. I love it. I love it. Again, April 8th at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona. I can't wait to see it. Until next time, my friend.
Yes, sir. Until next time.